Internet? Obviously, someone has dropped the mic because it's got an indentation on it. No one really has any love for the microphone. Anyway, my name's MJD. Those are my initials, of course, because MJD is not really a name. Today was actually the last day at my job. It was a pretty terrible job. So the reason I was late was because after I got out of my job, I decided, well, you know, I can actually do stuff now. So I went and I got a Four Loko, a bologna sandwich, and some chips. That was probably not a good idea. I should have gotten a 2 Loko or maybe 3 Loko, not gone for the 4. I see. Not too many people drinking the Four Loko in here. Are there crickets in the background that might be drinking the Four Loko? Okay. Yeah, so anyway, since I'm done with my job, I'm actually gonna fly to LA in about 6 hours. Flying on a plane is, I'm not afraid of flying or anything, but sometimes I kind of wish the plane would crash. I'm gonna knock on some, I'm gonna knock on some wood right now. Okay, the reason I kind of wish the plane would crash because kind of like, I figure if it crashes, there's a good chance I could end up like kind of like on Lost and I could be Jack. And then some funky like hijinks and antics could ensue. Unfortunately, I'll probably just land in LAX like every time. I mean, unless something does happen, then I mean, I guess I could then end up on Lost. Aside from that, then I'm gonna go to Milwaukee, the cheese state. Are there any cheese heads in here? Any people that originate from the state of Wisconsin? Any Packers fans? Any Bears fans?
Yes.
I see. Yes.
Yeah, go Bears.
Okay. Yeah, so my brother lives in Milwaukee. There's a lot of cheese there. The previous comedian or the MC mentioned about queso. I do know about queso, which is the Spanish word for cheese, obviously. I know I'm a connoisseur of queso, of cheese. I'm also cheesy, much like Chester Cheetah. Not too many people know that about me. All right, aside from flying and stuff like that, I was kind of thinking everyone's online and everything like that, which is great, but then people kind of get mad at their grandparents or maybe elderly people because they're like, why can't you send an email, Grandma? And she's like, I can't send an email. And it's just like, but if you think about it, when shit happens and the apocalypse hits, which, I mean, it's not a question of when, it's just a question of if, there's going to be 2 people that are going to be ready, and you're probably going to want on your team. One of them is going to be your grandma, because she's old school, which is not really old school for her, it's just regular stuff for her. Second is going to be Sasquatch, because if you think about it, Sasquatch is already ready. He's like in the woods, he's just like, yeah, Skynet, come on, Skynet. Skynet, which would be, if you people are familiar with the Terminator movies, I would say most people are, Skynet is pretty much Google. It's not Bing, because I don't really think anyone here cares about Bing. If you care about Bing, that's great, but I mean, nobody else does. Alright, so basically when the apocalypse happens, you're going to want your grandma and Sasquatch on your team, because they're going to be able to take care of situations where your normal friends wouldn't. Like your vegan friend's going to be like, oh, I can't eat that. I'm vegan. And I mean, when you're in LA, I mean, there's certain people that are vegan or vegetarian, and then there's certain people that just use it as an excuse not to eat. They're like, it's kind of hard to go have dinner with your vegan friends because lots of times they might not eat something. That might not always be true, but so your vegan friend's not going to make it. Well, actually, he probably would. I mean, he would just have to get a little more creative. But I mean, your grandma and Sasquatch will. So I mean, definitely a good idea to kind of kiss up. I'm getting the light here. I mean, as they call it in the stand-up industry. All right. So aside from that, I also find myself not sure if I'm gonna go to like a Halloween party or not, but I'm not sure how many people here are comfortable with their dance moves or their dancing. A couple of my friends, there's some people that probably shouldn't dance in public. It's not really that it looks that, I mean, I'm not gonna say I'm a great dancer. I cut a rug. I mean, sometimes I bring like a utility knife and cut it physically. But yeah, I was actually dancing with some of my friends a while back, and I had this one friend, and she kind of does this dance move where she looks like a Tyrannosaurus Rex, and she'll just have her arms out kind of like this. And I thought it was kind of funny, but apparently she didn't think it was funny. And then afterwards, like, my one friend, he kind of does this little shuffle back and forth, and then they got into an argument afterwards because his shuffling back and forth was interfering with her Tyrannosaurus Rex type move, which technically she wouldn't make it in the apocalypse either. So anyone with good dance moves probably not going to make it in the apocalypse. I think that's my time. Okay.
30 seconds.
Okay. 30 seconds. Yes. Internet. Thank you. My name's MJD. You all have a lovely evening. Bye.
I mean, technically you could have done 30 more seconds of sound effects, but...
I was thinking about it.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is our show. Thank you all for coming out tonight. Give a round of applause for the comments this evening.